Evacuation orders issued for U.S. families after Trump discovers what NK is about to do. WWIII is coming. Escalating tensions between North Korea and America have caused numerous evacuation orders to occur. Evacuations are in process for United States families living in specific areas and clear and present danger to an attack from North Korea. Any Americans who are in South Korea, or wandering around any area surrounding North Korea, should evacuate immediately. Due to mounting tensions and persistent actions by North Korea, there's reason to believe that Americans in those regions should be prepared for danger because anything can happen. In particular, an attack on neighboring areas or a dud missile from one of North Korea's experimental launches or attacks. Senator Lindsey Graham warns that Kim Jong-un's regime corruption should lead us to believe that anything is possible and we should be prepared for war if that ever arises. Americans residing or visiting South Korea, in particular, have already been urged to evacuate the location, Express reports. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has warned that the rising tensions between the U.S. and Kim Jong-un's corrupt regime means preparations for war need to be taken. The member of the Senate Armed Services Committee warned the U.S. was running out of time to prepare itself for war when speaking on CBS yesterday. He said, "I want the Pentagon to stop sending dependents and I think it's now time to start moving American dependents out of South Korea. We're getting close to a military conflict because North Korea is marching toward marrying up the technology of an ICBM with a nuclear weapon on top that can not only get to America but deliver the weapon." An ICBM is an intercontinental ballistic missile that is basically remote-controlled or uses GPS coordinates to strike its target with precision. Wikipedia says an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, is a guided ballistic missile with a minimum range of 5,500 kilometers, 3,400 miles. One, primarily designed for nuclear weapons delivery, delivering one or more thermonuclear warheads. Similarly, conventional, chemical, and biological weapons can also be delivered with varying effectiveness, but have never been deployed on ICBMs. Most modern designs support multiple independently targetable reentry vehicles, MIRVs, allowing a single missile to carry several warheads, each of which can strike a different target. What Graham is suggesting is that Kim Jong-un will place a nuclear weapon on an ICBM and deliver it to wherever he wishes. It's a scary thought to know that a missile could be fired from North Korea and travel all the way to America, likely targeting the West Coast state of California. After San Francisco's mishap with the Kate Steinle trial, that may not be a bad idea. That's a horrible thing to say, but I'm almost certain that on this particular week, right now, that America would barely shrug a shoulder if Kim Jong-un leveled San Francisco with an ICBM that had several illegal immigrants attached to it. I'm sure there are good people living in San Francisco and they should find a non-sanctuary city to live in. But to contrast that completely non-sentimental and irrational thought, the truth is that if San Francisco was ever hit with an attack by North Korea, that America would rush to their side to save them no matter what. That's just how resilient Americans are. Nothing stops Americans from being there for each other and rushing to save one another. Nothing brings Americans closer than something horrible happening to mass amounts of people. Strange, but true.